Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch.
Felony, noun, felon, felonious, feloniously. In modern legal systems, a felony refers to high-severity offenses, for example, murder, armed robbery, contrasted with lesser misdemeanors. Colloquially, it may denote any egregious act. That typo was a felony against grammar. Archaic or rare. Test relevant. Historically, felony implied crimes warranting forfeiture of land or goods. Medieval English law. Felony, noun. Committing a felony can result in severe legal consequences, including imprisonment. The prosecutor charged the suspect with a felony rather than a misdemeanor due to the severity of the crime. In many jurisdictions, a felony conviction disqualifies individuals from voting or owning firearms. The defense attorney argued that the alleged crime did not meet the criteria for a felony. Felon, noun, derived from felony, meaning a person convicted of a felony. After serving his sentence, the felon struggled to reintegrate into society due to stigma. The law prohibits felons from holding certain public offices. Employers often hesitate to hire a felon, even if they have served their time. Felonious, adjective, relating to or constituting a felony. The defendant was accused of felonious intent, as evidenced by premeditated actions. Felonious conduct is punishable by more than 1 year in prison in most states. The jury deliberated on whether the act was merely negligent or felonious. Feloniously, adverb, in a manner constituting a felony. The suspect feloniously entered the property with the intent to steal. The court found that the accused had feloniously concealed evidence. Key tips for test takers: TOEFL, SAT, GRE, GMAT. 1. Usage and importance. Felony is a high-frequency term in reading comprehension, GRE, GMAT, and sentence completion, SAT. It often appears in legal or ethical discussions, contrasting with misdemeanor, a lesser crime. Felon, person, and felonious, adjective, may appear in synonym or analogy questions. 2. Likely question formats. Analogies. Felony is to crime as misdemeanor is to offense. Degree of severity. Felon is to convict versus defendant is to accused. Legal status. Synonym selection. Felonious is close to criminal, illicit versus innocuous, lawful. Felon is close to criminal, offender versus law-abiding citizen. 3. Common confusables. Felony versus misdemeanor. Felonies are more severe. For example, murder versus petty theft. Felon versus villain. A felon is legally convicted. A villain is a broader term for an evil person. Felonious versus fraudulent. Felonious implies criminality. Fraudulent implies deceit. May overlap, but not always. 4. Relevant idioms or proverbs. A felony is no joke. Emphasizes seriousness. Once a felon, always a felon, debates societal perception of ex-convicts. 5. Test-taking strategies. In reading comprehension, note if felony is used literally, legal context, or metaphorically, grave wrongdoing. For sentence equivalence, GRE, pair felonious with criminal or illegal, not unethical, weaker. In Analogies, SAT or GMAT, focus on severity hierarchies. For example, felony is to crime as hurricane is to storm